Check, check.
Check, check.
We're not going to blow them out of here, are we? We're okay. We good to go?
Yep.
Good evening and welcome into the Maury County Public Schools Home Cooked by Puckett's Restaurant, Front Porch Sports Network, Home Cooked Coaches Show.
Yeah.
Did that sound about right?
Yeah, that was clean.
Now we're powered by the Columbia Power Water Systems Internet. And that's why we're coming so clear and streaming so clear.
That is true.
Right now.
If you're listening to us on 101.7 WKOM, thank you. Also, you can watch on Facebook Live if you want to see what myself and Drake look like, the wonderful voices you're hearing if you're listening on the radio.
I don't know about wonderful, but you're hearing us.
Yeah. You can tune in and see us on Facebook.
Yes. You could actually see what's going on, and we are live downtown Puckett's Restaurant.
Yeah.
As tonight we're going to do our coaches show, and this is what number show is this? Do you know?
We started in week 3. We are now in week 10, so I think this is show number 7.
Okay. Well,
by my elementary math,
we should be getting pretty good at this by now.
Yeah, we should.
We should get all the bumps out of the road and smooth things out.
Yeah.
And this week as usual, we're going to have the 4 head coaches from the high schools, 4 Maury County Public School high schools.
Right.
They might bring assistant coach with them, but they're going to bring some players with them. We might see some players on the Player of the Week poll that's on Facebook that is live and open until 8 o'clock tonight. So
it is.
Just right another couple of hours.
Yeah.
We're going to shut the polls down, and then once we shut the polls down for the Player of the Week, we will award the offensive and defensive Players of the Week.
And look, Drake, something
not for each school, but players are nominated from each school on the offensive and defensive side of the ball.
And something really special about this week, Drake, on your Front Porch Sports Radio Hour and on this show in recent weeks, we've talked about how it's been a Mount Pleasant dominated award.
I know Mount Pleasant is. I mean, it really hasn't been close. I mean, every week we've given.
Yeah, I mean they've got an offensive player or a defensive player or sometimes both every week since we've done this, and we talked about how the community down there has really rallied behind the team. We asked Coach Hartsfield about it, and I think some other schools are taking that personal. That's all I'm going to say.
And all I can tell the other schools is they need to get behind their players, get on Facebook. It's a democratic process. Vote for their players, and they'll take home the hardware.
That's what they'll do.
They'll take home the honors, the awards, and all the glory that goes with being
Player of the Week,
defensive or offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah.
But Mount Pleasant, the community there in the southern part of Maury County has rallied to their players.
They have,
and one or both of their players has been in the mix. Every single week.
Every single week.
As far as winning.
Last week it was
winning
sweep.
the offensive or defensive Player of the Week.
Jaden McClure and Cale Scott won it last week. And
I know.
The sweep before was, I believe, A.J. Sieber and Peyton Niehaus.
Yeah.
So they've already won both awards before.
The Mount Pleasant folks are in the house. I see the table back in the corner over there. There's Coach Hartsfield and his bunch and his quarterback. And they've made it a weekly thing, coming down here and scooping up all the Puckett's gift certificates that the winners get. And then leaving, and we don't see them for a whole another week.
That's true. Well,
I haven't been asked to lunch or dinner once by those guys.
So I think the point of that is Mount Pleasant has a system that they're supporting their players. They've got a good team, and the players are seeing how much the community rides for them, and that's the biggest thing with this and the Player of the Week voting. We want people to support.
That's what this is all about. We want people and the communities around Maury County and these high school communities to get engaged. With their football team, their game of the week, the game that they're playing that week, and their players that are being put up by their coaches for offensive and defensive Player of the Week. And so in order to win defensive or offensive Player of the Week, you have to receive the most votes.
You got to get the votes.
If you don't receive the most votes, there's no way you can win.
Yeah, I mean,
it's just simple.
I hate to say it, but stats do matter, but they don't matter because you got to have your own personal brand to get the people to vote for you.
That's right.
So
I mean,
to each his own.
A guy might have had a great defensive game, but his stats might not have shown it.
Yeah.
But maybe the people that in his high school community went to the game, saw it, saw his name on Facebook, and voted for him.
That's how it happens, Drake.
And that's how it works.
That's pretty much it.
And we're bound by those rules.
Yeah, we are.
You know, if one person has more votes than the other,
that's who the winner is.
We give the prize to the person with the most votes.
That is true, Drake.
So this is the Murray County Public School Sports Zone, Home Cooked by Puckett's restaurant, downtown Columbia. That's where we are right now. We're in Puckett's restaurant in downtown Columbia, Tennessee.
C-Town.
And we're going to be here for the next couple of hours. We've got, first up, after this next break that we take, we're going to have Coach Kit Hartsfield and a few of his players up, and we're going to talk about last week's disappointing loss to Lewis County.
Yeah.
It was that was for the region.
Yeah, region title.
That was for the region title. It was a hard-fought football game. I believe the final was 27-16.
Yeah, it was.
As the Lewis County Panthers came out on top. But, the season's not lost.
It's not lost at all. They're going to make the playoffs.
Losing one battle doesn't mean you lose the war.
Right. That is very true. That's a good way to look at it.
I mean, and that's just an old saying, and it's just the way facts are. And we've got another game this week.
Yeah.
As this week they take on.
I think they're down in Loretto.
Oh, that's right. They go down to Mustang.
Yeah, that's a region game for them as well.
South Lawrence County.
Yeah.
The Loretto Mustangs.
Yeah.
Yeah. And the Mustangs are having a little down year right now. So thinking that Mount Pleasant will come out all right.
Yeah, good bounce back.
Get that taste out of their mouth from Lewis County last week and spit all that out.
Yeah.
And look forward and go down there and take care of business against Loretto.
Yeah.
And then, all right, and then after Mount Pleasant, we're going to have Battle Creek.
Well, that's the game of the week this week, Drake.
Yeah.
We're going to be at Battle Creek tomorrow, though.
We were at Battle Creek last week.
Yeah, 2 weeks in a row, 2 for 2. Yeah.
It was a little chilly night. It was kind of cool.
we will talk about everything that happened.
I think tomorrow's going to be good. The lights did the lights go out?
Yeah. We're gonna get the players and coaches' insight on that a little later.
I don't know if Coach Burham had anything to do with the lights going out or anything. I don't know if he flipped a switch or hit a button. I don't know what went on. But we're going to talk about their win over the Glen Cliff Colts.
Yeah.
40-26 last week.
Yeah, big win.
They host Hickman County. Is coming into Spring Hill tomorrow night.
Yeah, tomorrow night, Thursday night lights.
And that's a schedule. That's a little schedule hiccup that we've got this week as compared to the whole prior football season.
Pretty much.
We've got Thursday night lights, not Friday night lights.
Thursday night lights this week.
Game day is going to be at Battle Creek tomorrow, 5 o'clock.
Yep.
Lead right up to kickoff at 7.
And your Front Porch Sports Radio Hour.
We're probably going to do the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour from Battle Creek.
Yeah.
And then switch it over to the game day show with the normal game day crew. Possibly Lisa Ventura, the superintendent of Murray County Schools, Coach Keith Stacy. Maybe we can find where Jonathan Berry is. I don't know where he is, but we'll have Eric Berryman with us. And we have a lot of fun on that game day show, and then we lead right up to kickoff.
We do.
And who's in the broadcast booth tomorrow night for?
It should be Tracy Cameron and Chris Barba, the Battle Creek faithful.
Okay.
Yeah. And potentially myself and Drake Pugh tagging along. We'll see. Stay tuned.
Yeah, I would. Last week when we went into Battle Creek, right before we were going to do the game day show, Chris Barba's wife came up to me and introduced herself. And she's very nice. And Colton Barba's grandmother.
Oh, wow.
So I met both of them, and they were extremely nice, and they paid us some compliments about us talking favorably about her son, who is the quarterback for Battle Creek.
QB1,
I just want to thank them for being so nice to us and saying such nice things.
Yeah.
And we'll try to return the favor by saying nice things back.
That's true. That's
true.
We got two more teams in action.
Okay, besides, let's see, we took care of Battle Creek. Now we've got Spring Hill. Spring Hill is 3-5 overall, 2-1 in the region, and they ran into probably, I don't know where is Marshall County ranked in the state? Do you know?
I don't know if they're top 10. They got to be up there though. I mean,
well, they went over to Lewisburg. Spring Hill Raiders did, and They lost that game 61-13.
Marshall.
That's a big number.
A little historical context with that. I played for Spring Hill. I know the battles we've had with Marshall, and I just want to say before we even get to the Spring Hill segment later, Marshall took that game personally because it was for the number 1 seed. It was the region championship, and Marshall pretty much said to Spring Hill, "Oh no, you can't play with us," and they were going to make that known.
And as far as this year goes, they can't.
Yeah,
we're just be honest with you.
At least on Friday night, that's what it showed.
And Marshall County has Tyler Thompson, the defending or reigning
4A Mr. Football.
4A Mr. Football for the entire state of Tennessee.
Yeah.
He's a great player.
They're pretty good.
Marshall County has great athletes. There's been a long tradition of super athletes coming out of the Marshall County, So it's not surprising that they're talented as they are.
That's true.
As far as high school football.
That is true. They got guys all over.
And Spring Hill plays tomorrow night at Montgomery Central.
Yep.
So they're done with their home games, Spring Hill, and go on the road tomorrow night, Montgomery Central.
Cunningham, Tennessee.
Now, we've talked about that. We talked a little bit about this during the Front Porch Sports Radio Hour. Thursday night, tomorrow night, are a lot of teams playing because it's Halloween?
I think it's a two-edged sword because some teams are playing on Friday, and then the CSSAA came out and said every team might or might not have a Thursday night game due to officials.
Should use Thursdays, but it seems like a lot of teams are using this night or tomorrow night to play and take off on Halloween.
Yeah.
Even though to me it kind of seems like a Halloween game would be festive and fun.
It'll be really festive for the last team we'll talk about.
Yeah. So tomorrow night, Spring Hill Raiders and their fan base, you got to travel over to Montgomery Central, which is a little bit of a drive. Montgomery Central has had kind of a down year this year, 1-8. So might be another way Spring Hill can tack on another win, put another win in the win column, and
definitely, and
go to 4-5, which for Spring Hill and the Spring Hill Raiders is transformational.
It's great, compared to what has been over the past 4, 5, 6 years. Pretty much since I graduated. So, not to toot my horn, Drake. I'm just telling it like it is. But seriously, though, the turnaround for Spring Hill has been tremendous.
Okay,
it has.
And not, it is what it is.
Yeah, so.
Okay, and the last team that we're gonna talk about now, and the Columbia Central Lions are 5-3 overall record. They're 3-0 in the region. They are already secured a spot in the playoffs, either a 1 or a 2 seed. And that is all going to – this past week they went to John Pope.
JP2. Let's just call it JP2.
JP2 in Hendersonville, Tennessee. And had a little bit of got out to kind of a comfortable lead and then allowed JP2 to kind of get back in the ball game.
They did.
And made it a little closer than what they would like, but they won the ball game 45-42.
And the lights also went out in that game.
87 points scored in that ball game.
A little flashlight in that game as well.
And so, the game, and we're gonna map this out for everybody listening, is the Tullahoma game this Friday night.
Yeah,
not
it is.
Thursday night, Friday night in Tullahoma.
Huge.
The region championship. Tullahoma is 5-4.
Yep.
Columbia is 5-3. If Columbia pulls this game out against Tullahoma,
I got the scenario right here. I got it. I got it pulled up. I got it pulled up. They need to win to be the number 1 seed. Let's just put it like that.
They got to win.
They need to win.
And if they don't win tomorrow night, Friday night at Tullahoma,
they could be 2, they could be 3. It's not favorable.
They could be pushed way back down the hill.
They need to win
instead of being on top of the hill.
True.
And controlling their destiny.
Yeah, agreed. Yeah.
So that's what we've got in front of us. We've got offensive and defensive players of the week. Daniel Booker for Columbia, Jamari Hall, linebacker for Columbia. We've got Battle Creek, Jay Sean Brown.
Yep.
Bowling ball. They call
the bowling ball is
what
we called him on the broadcast.
Ball. Not the wrecking ball, but the bowling ball.
His stats show.
Harlem Sadler for Battle Creek, defensive player. Let's see who we've got. Kason White for Spring Hill. Jackson Taylor, defensive player for Spring Hill. Peyton, Mr. 1000 Niehaus.
Yeah, Mr. 1K.
And A.J. Sieber from Mount Pleasant.
Yep.
And the voting's open, so if you folks hear my voice, pull your phone out, pull up Front Porch Sports Network, and just scroll down and look for the polls, and we can, who knows? Who knows who's going to get? I haven't checked the voting.
I haven't either. We'll have an updates as the show progresses.
And that's because we just kind of announce the winners.
Yeah.
We really don't have anything to do with the voting.
We don't control the voting. We just look at the voting and tell you all the results.
We promote the participation of everyone, of all the schools involved, with players involved, the candidates that are up for offensive and defensive player of the week. We want those people to get in there and vote.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's what we do. We promote.
That's true.
And that's all we can do.
That's all we can do.
And then just let the chips fall right where they may.
And then just talk to people up there on the
after 8
panel.
o'clock tonight, when the poll closes on Facebook, we'll have our winners, and we'll announce it and shake their hand and get our picture made with them if they'll allow it.
That's true. That's true.
That way we can always file it back for when we're old and very, very gray.
That's true.
I'm already gray, but when we're old and gray and they're playing in the NFL or
that's true.
Canadian Football League or somewhere, then we can pull that picture up and say, I knew that guy back when.
Yeah, I think it's time to take to Mount Pleasant, Dre. On the other side of this break, let's take a break and get Mount Pleasant up here.
All right, Coach Hartsfield is right in the back. This is the Maury County Public School Coaches Show, powered by CPWS, and it's brought to you by Puckett's Restaurant, downtown Columbia. We are live right now, and we're going to talk to the Mount Pleasant Tigers head coach and a couple of their players right after this break. Don't go anywhere.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
The Way Realty is helping to empower buyers and sellers to accomplish their real estate goals. Currently, we have sellers offering buy-down rates to 4.875% fixed-rate financing on selected homes through approved lenders. If you want to buy or sell your home faster, let us show you the many services we offer to help you get the most out of your real estate transaction. Schedule your listing or showing appointment today by going to thewayrealty.com or calling us at 931-580-4669. And remember, Jesus Christ changes lives. I know because He changed mine.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better. We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Love's in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
Is your internet slowing you down? It's time for an upgrade. Whether you're at home, working from your home office, or at your business, it's time to unleash the speed you need with speeds up to 1 gig at CPWS for as low as $70 a month. Give us a call, 931-375-7777. Local service, local support, CPWS.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
At Umamua MD, Spring Hill's newest physician-led med spa, it's about restoring balance to your body, mind, and soul. From weight loss support, revitalizing IV therapies, to anti-aging, our services are designed to help you feel renewed, confident, and whole. At Umamua MD, consults with our medical director ensure safe and personalized results. Book today at umamd.com and step forward radiant, restored, and confident.
Stan McNabb Chevrolet, serving Columbia and the surrounding area since 1980. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is family-owned and does their best to make you feel like you're a part of the family. Commitment to customer service is the highest priority. Whatever your vehicle needs are, from sales to service, Stan McNabb is here to help. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is a dealership that cares about this community. Visit us online and get started today. Stan McNabb Chevrolet, where excellence and community converge.
And welcome back. This is the Maury County Public Schools Sports Zone Coaches Home Cooked by Puckett's Restaurant Coaches Show. Did I get all that right?
Yeah, that's correct.
And we're powered by CPWS Internet.
Yep.
And join us on the stage right now on the Coaches Show set is a coach, Coach Kid Hartsfield, head coach of the Mount Pleasant Tigers, boasting a record of 7-2, 4-1 in the region. And he brought along one of his star offensive players, wide receiver number 14, Peyton Niehaus. Welcome to the show, Peyton.
Nice and easy.
Coach, welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Let's talk about last week, briefly.
Yep.
Briefly. We're not going to, just briefly. Went down to Lewis County, Hohenwald, Tennessee. Did you know Hohenwald, that means high forest. Did you know that that's a German word for high forest down that way?
I didn't know why they called it high forest, so I'm glad I know now.
Hohenwald means high forest.
I thought it would be for curvy roads and hills on the way to get there.
There are plenty of those.
Make you seasick.
Okay, and so last week, as far as the region goes, that game was basically for the championship, for the first and second seed within the region for the most part, right?
Oh, yeah, it was the most part.
Okay.
It was pretty much guaranteed, the 1 or 2 seed, which is a good spot to be in either way because you still get to host a playoff game. So, there's a lot on the line, and it was, a great atmosphere and, a heck of a football game.
And anybody from these parts, South Central, Middle Tennessee, that keeps up with high school football at all knows the long storied tradition down there in Lewis County. I mean, those year after year after year, those guys are in the mix.
Definitely.
They have really good teams. And last Friday night, you guys went down 27-16, and we talked a little bit before we came on the air. The turnover battle was won by Lewis County 3-1. 70 yards in penalties. And so those are a couple of things that you'd like to clean up. Can you talk to that a little bit? I mean,
yeah, absolutely. We knew we were going into a hostile environment, in a huge game, and I think I said, a week ago before that game that turnovers were going to be really important. Winning that battle, would be huge. And trying to, make the least mistakes, between the two. It wasn't really about who went and won the game. It was about, with 2 even teams, about, making less mistakes than the other team. And we didn't do that. We've only had 2 turnovers on pretty much the entire season going into that game. 2 of our turnovers were, just freak turnovers. We kind of forced our own fumble twice, which never happens, with a couple of our really good players, and they had great games. But it was a war zone. It was a physical game. It was rowdy. The penalties came from their crowd. That impacted the game. We had trouble. We had some snap infractions in the second half that really put us behind the chains, which makes it difficult, and it was due to the crowd noise, in the environment. So, they did go up 20. They got their last touchdown. There's only 20 seconds left when they got that. So it was a 1-possession game, and we had it, driving there late and popped a long run and, fumbled it, by, running over a kid or trying to, and the ball just kind of popped out, and just a freak play.
Right.
And kicking game was huge. you know, we came free on some field goal blocks and up the middle, and you know, not only did we not block it, we did block 2 extra points, but we missed 2 field goals that we came free on, and they actually made them somehow too. So
you're thinking, how is it possible? I mean,
yeah.
And how did your player actually come free up the middle and miss the how did it not hit him somewhere?
That kicker had something on it. It curved around him and went in, and it was unbelievable.
He's been going to Sunday school and church, you know, on a regular basis or something. He had somebody looking after him.
Yeah, but you know, our kids played hard. You know, they played tough, and you know, it was a good game. I mean, it was a good game for high school football all the way around, and we just came up short. You know, there's a lot of things I could do better to win that game, and you know, it really, you know, falls on me. You know, being at the top, and you know, I hate I didn't do better for them. But, you know, we got to learn from it and move forward.
Right. Coach, did you think, you know, going into the game and once you started to see how the game was developing, if it had any impact on your players being in a highly competitive game from quarter number 1? Because most of your wins have been, you know, big wins for your team in favor. They haven't really been in many fistfights. Do you think that played any part in the result of Lewis County's game?
You know, I think timing of those games, you know, we've had some tough games. You know, the Forest game was early. You know, it was a very similar matchup.
Very kind of a weird.
You know, Stallion tailbacks, you know, and pretty even matchup. But that was early. You know, the East Hickman score, you know, the game was closer than the score showed. They're a physical team. But no, a true, you know, heavyweight bout for 4 quarters, no, because the Forest game was a 2-day game. 2
days.
Right. That was a very odd situation with the Forest game.
Right.
The storm and then shutting it down and coming back.
Yeah.
I mean, it's.
Yep. And, you know, with Peyton, you know, he played both ways. You know, you're going to put your best guys out there playing both ways at this time of year. And, you know, he left it all out there, but he's still sore probably today. You know, so we're trying to get him iced down and get ready for a game tomorrow. But, you know, I don't know. You know, they did have a tough game the week before us and had to play a 4-quarter game.
Right.
So,
yeah.
You know, it could have something to do with it, no doubt.
Yeah.
So you brought, and you mentioned Peyton. This is Peyton. For folks who don't know this guy, he's been a regular here on the coach's show here on Wednesday night. This is Peyton Niehaus. He plays for Mount Pleasant Tigers. He plays wide receiver. And you also play, what do you play on defense? You play
safety, DB.
Okay, in the secondary,
yes,
wherever they need, wherever the ball carrier is. Right. Okay. Peyton is up for Offensive Player of the Week. Player of the Week here at Puckett's.
And he's already won it one time this year before.
Yeah, at least once, right?
Yeah.
Once?
Yeah.
Okay. This past week against Lewis County, Peyton, and I'm sure you know this, but I want the folks out here to know this too. 5 catches for 123 yards and a touchdown. 3 kick returns, 55 yards, totaling 55 yards. 8 tackles, 5 of those solo on defense.
Yes,
pretty good night.
Yes, sir.
I don't want to call you the Shohei Ohtani of high school football, but I mean, you know what I'm talking about, both sides. I mean, the guy's Ohtani's pretty impressive when he pitches scoreless 6 and then hits a couple
3
of
home runs.
Yeah, I mean, you know, that's
pretty good.
That's a pretty good night. And Peyton, you had a pretty good night. But let's talk about Lewis County for a second. Now, you guys, I mean, Mount Pleasant and Coach, you know this. When I think of Mount Pleasant football, you've set it up here on stage. You've talked about explosive plays, not necessarily long, sustained drives, but explosive plays on offense to score. And you put up some numbers offensively, points-wise this year. Now, 16 points at Lewis County that's under your average. But you're playing a very tough team. Your region, basically for the region championship, is almost like an early playoff game.
Yeah,
if you think about
exactly what it felt like.
The 16 points. What was going on offensively? What can you give the folks and give us a little insight on what was happening offensively in Lewis County for you guys last Friday night?
You know, it's a big game. Lewis County is always going to bring a crowd. The crowd was a big factor in the game. You know, turnovers, penalties. I mean, we just didn't have our mind straight in the game, and I mean, it showed that. So.
Yeah, and to go into a hostile environment like that, I mean, you guys and Coach, you played a lot of football in your day, and you've coached a lot of it. You have to have, and Peyton, when you talk about having your mind straight, you're talking about talk about that a little bit, like focus and
nerves. Yeah, you just gotta have everything in line, because if you don't, then I mean, what happened at the game is what's going to happen to you. I mean, you gotta be focused. You gotta have that mind straight. You gotta have that mindset that you're gonna go out there and whoop them. I mean, if not, then
it's going to turn out the other way. Now we've had Coach Dickinson there at the radio station, who helps out some with. He's the head coach of Whitthorne. He helps out with Columbia Central. The week that Columbia Central played Lincoln County and beat Lincoln County, Coach Dickinson was at those practices on Monday and Tuesday. And on Wednesday, he walked into the radio station, and we were sitting down, and he told us, he said, Columbia's going to beat Lincoln County, which is kind of an upset, a shot call, an upset. But we asked why, and he said because of the way that they practiced that week. Mm-hmm. Did you notice anything different? Practice leading up to Lewis County? Anything you could put your finger on?
No. We had a good week of practice preparation. There's no doubt we were ready to play. I mean, you can't have 3 turnovers and beat a good team. It's just not possible. True. We still had the ball with an opportunity to go score, and Peyton had a great night.
Late in the game, like you said, that last touchdown was scored very late in the game. Mm-hmm. And I mean, it's a tight ball game all the way up until to the end.
Yeah, I mean, Peyton had a huge night, and he caught a ball and was trying to break a run, and he kept himself off the ground and kneed the ball out of his own hand, on the sideline, and it rolled right back to a kid.
And that's just something that
you can't control. Freak play. Yeah, it's a freak play. JP had a great night. He popped a 40-yard run as we're going down, and ran the safety over, and the ball, popped up 40 yards in there. Neither one of them's fumbled all year, and they've been great for us. And we had plenty of coaching errors, as well. I mean, it just is what it is. The kids know we're pretty honest, in our program, and practice was great. I mean, going to Lewis County is
never easy.
Different.
It's never
It's
easy.
just different. It always is, and our kids, they believed. They're honest. They understand and take ownership, and we're looking to move forward from it. But defensively, we had a tough challenge. We could have done better. Drew Ray's going to be a Mr. Football candidate.
Definitely.
And I thought we played pretty well, but there's a couple plays we'd like to have back, and our linebackers had big nights, and AJ Sieber is also up for the award for defense, and he's sick tonight, so that's why he's not up here.
13 tackles, 8 solos for AJ. I mean, that was a great night for him.
I mean, sophomore linebacker, that's pretty impressive on a physical night.
He's everywhere.
So, it just is what it is. We got to get better, from the top down and learn from it and move forward.
So, Peyton, I want to ask you, as you head into the last week of the regular season, obviously it's a non-traditional, it's a Thursday night game, but by now, week 10, if you're not on somebody's scouting report, you got to be circled about 10, 12 times on there. How are you preparing for that in this last week for teams to still game plan? They want to stop Niehaus. They don't want you to get that 1K like Drake said. They don't want you to do that. So how are you still battling and coming up with different ways to impact the game?
Just consistency, go to practice every day, put the work in. Sharpen iron sharpens iron, and we got the players to do that on both sides. I mean, it all starts with practice, and then whenever you get that work done in practice, you go to games, and I mean, it all shows out in the games.
Yeah, and of course, you'll Coach, I think you'll agree with me. It all starts with the protection of your nephew, Cale Scott, right? I mean, Cale, his offensive line have to give him enough time to drop back and find you somewhere, right? So it all has to orchestrate it. I mean, football is probably the sports that I know of is probably the biggest team sport there is.
Definitely.
Because you all depend in order for each piece of the puzzle to fit and work during a football game. All the pieces of the puzzle have to work together, right? And so they have to give Cale enough time to get back, set up, find you wherever you are, if you're open, if you're not, and move on to the next progression in his in his looks and on the field. So it's a team thing, and unfortunately, like Coach said, a couple of bad breaks against Lewis County. I mean, that's how close it was. I mean,
yeah, no doubt. I mean, that's how we operate. You know, you get Peyton on one side, JP on the other, you know, Cade McCrory in the backfield. And, you know, the thing that, you know, just impresses me is how they block for each other. You know, that you don't make the big plays without, you know, good perimeter blocking. And, you know, Caden's always lead blocking, you know, for JP on a jet, you know, and for a big play. And JP and Peyton are blocking for each other on short passes, and they're breaking long runs. You know, it puts a lot of pressure on the defense. And, you know, we've lost 2 games this year, and we feel like not taking away from any of our opponents, but we feel like we have a lot of responsibility, you know, ourselves. You know, we feel like we more stop ourselves than someone else stopping us. You know, and it starts up front. You know, they outrushed us by a lot, you know, and you know, we got to answer the bell to that on both sides of the ball.
Well, this week, tomorrow night, the Tigers go down to South Lawrence County to play the Loretta Mustangs, and we're not. Loretta's 2-7. 2 teams kind of on different trajectories right now, but you got to play the ball game tomorrow night. It's always kind of a hostile environment going down there to South Lawrence County. You know that. You grew up in Lawrence County, so you know all about Lawrence County. So the best of luck to you guys tomorrow night. And you will end up, you are going to play the winner. You already know who you're going to play in the first round. You're going to host, right?
We'll host, and we'll play the winner of Houston or East Hickman.
It'll either be East Hickman or Houston County for your first round of the playoffs. Coach, thank you for being with us. Peyton, thank you.
Thank you.
This is the Maury County Public Schools Coaches Show here at Puckett's Restaurant, downtown Columbia. We're going to be right back.
We all live very busy lives. Sometimes we just need a break. Wouldn't it be nice to have an extra pair of hands to help out? Let me introduce you to New Dawn Cleaning Service. No job is too big or too small because they do it all, from residential to commercial. They offer standard cleaning, construction cleaning, carpet shampooing, and window cleaning. Whether you are looking for a one-time service or regular scheduled cleaning plan, New Dawn is ready to help. With years of experience, you can relax, kick back, and call New Dawn Cleaning Service at 615-977-6901.
Hello, this is Rick Tillis from Tillis Jewelry. What is a full-service jeweler? Experienced staff, custom designers, in-house jewelry repairs, and beautiful jewelry. Yes, at Tillis Jewelry, we are passionate, knowledgeable, and committed to integrity. We strive to be the best in our community and in our profession. We build long-term relationships and become part of family traditions that will cross generations. We delight clients by providing an unparalleled selection, superior service, and exceptional value. Tillis Jewelry, we exceed your expectations.
Hey, this is Trip Stoltz, owner of Columbia Ace Hardware. We are excited to announce that we have completely remodeled our store. We have expanded our selection in many brands including Milwaukee, Steel, and Big Green Egg. We have new inventory arriving daily, so come see the changes for yourself at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard, Columbia, Tennessee.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
At CSH, we know the sport of football builds discipline, character, and work ethic, 3 common characteristics of winners. It's a sport where we drowns out me. Leadership is nurtured, and that's why CSH supports all Maury County football teams, and want to say a special thanks and good luck to every player, coach, volunteer, and parent of this year's teams, from youth programs, middle schools, and high schools. We know football builds men that make a difference. Let's go.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wallcover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wallcovering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is David Usselton with Usselton Automotive, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We service all foreign and domestic vehicles. We take pride in our work, and we don't cut corners. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty and loan our cars with almost every repair. We are located at 1201 South High Street in Columbia, Tennessee. You can reach us at 931-215-1765 or find more information at usseltons.com.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
And welcome back. This is the Maury County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant, downtown Columbia, Coach's Show. That's why we have Coach Justin Burham of the Battle Creek Grizzlies on the stage with us. We have his assistant coach, wide receivers coach Darius Young on the far end. And then we got two Grizzlies sitting on bookend. We're bookend by Grizzlies right here.
We're in danger, Drake.
On my left is number 0, Jayshon Brown. Jayshon is a running back and an outside linebacker. And then next to you, Landon, we have Brody Orton, number 8, who comes in as quarterback and wide receiver. So you got your coach, Brody, you got your coach, wide receivers coach right next to you. And you got the head coach down here.
Yes, sir.
So I would suggest behaving while you're up there on this stage so we don't have to run any killers. Okay, Coach Justin Burham,
yes, sir.
Congratulations on last week's win over the Glencliff Colts out of Nashville. We had our game day show there.
We were there.
You were on our game day show.
Yes, sir.
Before the game, obviously, and your guys went out there and took care of business.
They did. They played hard. Got a chance to get some young guys in early and get these guys kind of healed up before we get a chance to head to the playoffs and go up to Metro next week. But as far as Glencliff goes, they showed up. They did what they need to, and it reflected that. We'd like things to be a little more cleaner, but we came out with a W.
And normally good games or when you win as a football team, things kind of start out in the game well for you, and you had an interception, I think, by Alex Gurley on the first drive of Glencliff's. Is that correct?
It may be in the first drive, first or second. Yes, sir. He got a turnover.
So that and things just kind of when good things start to happen to a football team, the result normally ends up
most definitely
also.
Most definitely. So. That just kind of speaks to what Coach Bridges and that defense does, man. He tries to put them in situations to be successful, and when they take the opportunity and capitalize, it puts us in a great situation offensively and get us a short field to give us momentum and a good chance to go score.
So you all score first and feeling pretty good about it, then you kick the ball off. So Coach Young, and now I got to know, Coach Young, you don't have anything to do with the kick coverage team, do you?
Just kick return.
You pull that a little bit.
Just kick return. Just a kick return.
So he's going to wash his hands of anything that the kick coverage team did not do correctly.
Well, we're trying to save some legs and get some young guys some reps, and I think we took too many off, and it kind of showed right there.
Well, that made the game 7-6. I guess Glencliff mixed the extra point or the 2-point conversion after that. And then you scored it after that. You kind of took the ball in your hands and ran it in the end zone to make it 14-6, right, Jay Sean?
Yes, sir.
And so, what year are you, Jay Sean?
Class of 2028.
I don't know those numbers. Are you a sophomore, a junior, a freshman?
Sophomore.
Okay. So he's a sophomore. See, I can't.
Yeah.
I don't know what year it is right now. So there's no way for me to know when 28 is. But so you're a sophomore. You got 2 more years.
Yes, sir.
I mean, you got 2 more years of fun.
Yes,
and
sir.
It's fun scoring touchdowns, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
And you know what? That's what the girls like too. I'm just going to tell you right now. I mean, everybody likes a good defensive tackle every now and then.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm just telling you, the girls, I found out, and I'm an old man, that they like the guys that score TDs. So keep doing that for the Grizzlies, and you're going to be all right.
Yes, sir. I got you.
So you've got the win over Glencliff. You're 3-6, 1-3 in the region. Looks like you got let's see, tomorrow night. Let's see, is it tomorrow night or tomorrow night? Tomorrow night is game day. We will be there.
We will be there.
You're hosting Hickman County.
We will be there.
The Bulldogs from Hickman County are coming over here to Spring Hill to play you guys.
Yes, sir.
Do you know anything about them?
Yeah, they're a very, very, very physical team. Old school wing team. Wind up hitting them out. They want 3 yards in a cloud of dust. They want to milk the clock as long as they can. So we got to line up and make sure we're able to do what we need to do to get the ball back when it presents ourselves. Keep them behind the chains and make opportunities when we can.
And when you talk about playing against the wing T, that's kind of student body right, student body left type of
it is
type of offense. So you have to. Can you talk to preparing your team the week before you go against an offense like that?
It's just you got to be very disciplined. It's a lot of misdirection. It's a lot of eye candy. Being in the spread, you kind of get a chance to see the ball. Being under center in that wing T, so much motion, so much misdirection that if you try to watch the ball, you get blocked out of a play.
Sure.
So when you play the wing T, it's about honoring your keys, playing your eyes and your hands where they need to be, and being responsible. If your job is to squeeze and look for a pull to spill, your job is to squeeze and look for a puller to spill. If your job is to play quarterback on boot or quarterback keep out the backside, that is your job. Don't try to run across and make a tackle on a toss sweep or rocket to the opposite side. Don't try to jump in there and make a play on trap when it's not your responsibility.
Yeah. So. Right. So I guess the way I think about it is every year they have like the Army-Navy game that plays each other. They play each other. It's a traditional big game, and I guess it's one of the service academies, one of the other, is known for running that type of offense.
Yeah,
and
they are.
It's almost as though even really good teams when they play another university somewhere, sometimes it takes them a quarter and a half, almost a half, to make the right adjustments in order to stop that type of
The wing
offense.
T to me is the ultimate neutralizer of if you don't have kids that you can get to show up all the time in the summer, you need to install a quick system.
Yeah.
Or if you have kids you don't feel like can play in space or you want to condense some sets, you get in the wing and it can be really, really beneficial for you.
And you can move the ball if it's run efficiently and executed correctly.
And in their mindset, they need 3 yards in a cloud of dust. 3 times 4 is 12. That equals a first down. So if they get 3 yards, they'll line up and go for it on fourth down when it's 3 or less. So the key is to kind of keep them off track. Don't let them stay on track. Don't let them get them 3 yards. Make them play behind the chains. And if we get a chance, the opportunity to score, we got to score. And kind of open up that margin a little bit and make them play behind and get away from their plan A and go to their plan C and D. We take away A and B, I think we'll be fine.
And one of the Grizzlies who can make plays in a unique way is sitting to my right. Brody Orton throws the ball and catches some passes. Brody, explain to the audience what you do for Battle Creek and also just how cool it is to be a part of a new team that's looking to get another win to close out the regular season.
Yes, sir. I played receiver in middle school, so I kind of know like what to do there. And then I stepped into playing quarterback when I went to Spring Hill my freshman year.
Watch your mouth, boy.
And so
the team across the
knows it. He knows he's gonna be doing barbers in front of all these folks on the table.
I got you.
You better stand on it now. Don't play with me.
Yes, sir. But I just kind of learned that position late in my high school career. And so I've just kind of took what I knew from then and just tried to help my team out the best I can. coach giving me the privilege to play on the field no matter what the position is, and just putting me out there to make plays.
Yeah, and Coach Young, speak to coaching Brody, Stanley Williams, Jackson Wills, all those talented guys, but also this guy goes with the quarterback sometimes, so he's taken away from you. So how does that work as well?
Actually, it's funny how it started. We was doing one-on-ones one day. He was just filling in doing one-on-ones, and I was like, he wouldn't look bad playing receiver. So he came out there and just ever since then just been making plays, and he does a good job rotating in back and forth. So he does his plays at quarterback, and then he rotates in and gets his works in at receiver as well. So.
And so you have Colton Barber, who's your kind of full-time quarterback, I would say, most of the time quarterback. And then you've got Brody coming in, playing some quarterback, but he's always a wide receiver. So I know in the back of your mind there's this kind of crazy play that you're cooking up that we're gonna throw the ball.
Don't spoil it. Don't spoil it.
The annexation of Puerto Rico may or may
I'm
not
not
come
trying
out.
to give up your game plan. They're going to forget all about this by now. But I'm just saying, there's got to be this game plan going on between you, the wide receivers coach, and the head coach, saying, well, if we just put Brody on the line of scrimmage where he normally is, drop him back 3 yards where it's a backwards pass, and then we know we can get Colton out in the flat free. That type of
Philly special.
Yeah, that's what it is.
And I'm just saying, it's a coach. Don't shake. You can shake your head. You could give him the poker face.
If we throw a screen, it ain't gonna be the Colton. It'll be somebody else.
I was gonna say, not him, bro.
Well, I'll tell you what. You guys had a good game, and looking at the chronological order of how things went. I mean, it was Glencliff kind of jumped out to a 21-12 lead.
No, Battle Creek jumped out to a 21-12 lead. Then my man Jay Sean saved the
Stanley
play.
Stanley made it 21-6. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir.
I'm sorry.
And
then the Glencliff TD catch made it 21-12.
Yeah.
So, this your first year of varsity football. I mean, you're looking at right now. You're going to be looking at 4-6 if you could take care of business tomorrow night. Against Hickman County, and that's a success. I mean, I know coaches, you all feel you like to win. You'd like to win every game. You don't know if you expect to, but you'd like to. But success or not at 4-6, first varsity season.
Oh, definitely success. Your first year ever playing varsity, and you got a chance to go in the playoffs. Like that doesn't happen. We talked about that a few weeks ago. Go look at all the schools that's opened up new within the last 10, 15 years around here and look at their first year or their first couple years and look at when they get a chance to make the playoffs. We were fortunate enough last year to kind of have a foundation year and play JV and then be able to jump straight into varsity, and now you're having a full class and you have a chance to continue that in November. Half the state is shutting it down. There's only going to be 32 teams in 4A going on to play. November 7th next week, and we're one of those 32 teams.
And that's an awesome feeling.
Yeah, most definitely.
In your first year as varsity head coach, and having the varsity program at Battle Creek High School, and being without a senior class.
Yeah,
hey, Jay Sean, that's a big thing.
It is.
Jay Sean, I want to ask you about two things that happened on Friday night. One, we just kind of touched on the fact that Battle Creek at the time had a 21-12 lead. Barber was an interception that's returned more than 100 yards if you count how far he was into the end zone, and you saved the tackle at the 5-yard line. First, tell me what was going through your mind when you chased that man down, because it looked like he was going to score from the press box.
Well, he needs to run like that when he has the ball in his hands. He might score more. He had a different gear.
Did you put it in another gear to catch him, or did you feel?
Yes, sir. When I was running, I was just thinking. I was in my head. I was just like, man, he's not finna score on me. Like I gotta catch him. And then I seen Jackson, and I was like, it's either I'm gonna catch him or he's gonna catch him. He's not finna score.
Yeah. And another thing that I want to ask you about is the fact that Friday night was one of your best rushing games of your young career. What was going good for you on the ground? We on the broadcast call you the bowling ball. I don't know if that's your official nickname, but that's what we called you. You were running people over. You're running people over like bowling pins. What was going so good for you on Friday night?
I was just feeling great. I've been working out with my brother lately, and I feel like stretching just made me feel overly great. I've had knee problems in the past, and I've really just been working on that, and I feel a lot looser and a lot better, so I'm starting to feel a lot faster.
Well, I think what you the guys on the broadcast.
Who you forgetting to thank? Who in front of you? Yeah, you better thank them. That's
Say it loud, Jay Sean. We'll give you that. Say it loud, Jay Sean.
And I tell you what, on the broadcast, you guys on offense, bowling ball, on defense, the wrecking ball.
Yeah.
You see what I mean?
Yeah.
There's two different things. So they can nickname you. You have two nicknames.
Yeah.
Not many people are cool enough
Yeah.
to have two nicknames. Now, let's tell you what. Let's talk about this. Which one of you coaches had who had the finger on the light switch?
We spend so much money on the school.
A brand new school, brand new lights, brand new everything, and you're going to tell me in what the 3:53 to go in the fourth quarter, the lights went out.
So
did the timers go off?
10 o'clock.
The funny thing is, so my buddy's the head coach at Cannon, and last week they were in the middle of their game with Warren, and they're trying to put Stanford away in the fourth quarter. And he said their lights go out. And I'm talking, oh yeah, that never happened at Battle Creek. Like we take care of that.
And it happened.
I'm getting them.
And then it happened. The lights.
I'm laying on them, and the lights go out.
Gladys Knight and the Pips sang about that the night the lights went out. But I'm just, what was it? Did you ever find
the
out?
timer set? The timer set, and they set it for 10. Lesson learned. It'd be set for midnight from here on out.
And
One of the longest games in history.
And you know what we talked about the radio station? We said, thank goodness there wasn't a live play going on at the time.
Fact.
Because as soon as and
Don't know what would happen.
You know what I'm thinking, Jay John? You get tackled, the lights go out, and then you get up with the ball and go running into the end zone. You hold the ball up like this, and everybody's going, there he is, and touchdown. And I mean, it would be perfect, right?
Yes, sir. I would have had 2 for the night.
Well, let's at least get the timer set for 11 o'clock.
Yeah,
how about that?
It's got to be.
I mean,
it is. Lesson learned.
Okay. All right.
It's got to be. And another thing I want to ask you guys, Brody, tell me what were the players saying when the lights went out? Like, what was your reaction of what happened?
Well, I'm not gonna lie. Last season we played at John Overton, and the same thing happened. Well, their lights just never turned on. So we were playing there, and then it started getting dark, and we were like, all right, they about to cut on. And then we waited another 30 minutes, and they just never came on. And so we just looked at each other like, it's just like Overton again. But then they were able to get them cut on, so it wasn't, it wasn't that big of a deal.
So you all couldn't, at John Overton,
it
just got dark.
We just got on the bus and went back home.
No lights.
We didn't even play.
Surely Mookie Betts, who's playing tonight in Game 5 of the World Series,
Mookie.
could donate just a little bit of money at John Overton High School in Nashville to get some lights turned on.
Need to donate back to our funds, pay for that bus and all that food to get up there and not play a football game.
That's exactly right. That's the craziest thing I've ever heard of. Well, I tell you what, you guys, best of luck tomorrow night. And we're going to see you tomorrow night.
Yes, sir.
We're going to have our game day show at Battle Creek starting at 5 o'clock to 7. And then that is the game of the week for the Maury County Public Schools.
We will be
game
there.
of the week.
We'll be there.
And we'll be there. Maury County Public School will be there. We'll be streaming it live.
Yep.
And we'll be watching the wrecking / bowling ball do his thing.
Yeah, and Mr. Athlete over here. You said call him an athlete.
Okay, and Mr. Athlete, Brody Orton. This is coach, his wide receiver coach down there on the end to keep him
as a wide receiver.
Yeah, as a wide receiver. And then we'll be looking for that trick play that you all have been drawing up in the sand,
we might name it
sitting there in the cafeteria at lunchtime, sitting in the teacher's lounge, drawing it up on copy paper or something. Some type of crazy play. They might even get you involved in that.
Maybe, I hope so.
All right. This is thank you guys for being with us. These are Battle Creek Grizzlies, Coach Burham, Coach Young, Jay Sean Brown, Brody Orton. Best of luck tomorrow against Hickman County Bulldogs as you play on Thursday night. So you can go trick-or-treating. You know what I mean? This has been the Maury County This is the Maury County Public Schools Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Thank you. Go Grizzlies.
We at Hollins Pharmacy must be doing something right. We've been providing pharmaceutical services in the Middle Tennessee area for over 60 years. The guiding principles of our business are fast, accurate, friendly, personal service. We do not have long waiting lines, and our phone calls are answered by a staff member. We strive to get to know our customers by name, not just a date of birth or number. We are your locally owned hometown pharmacy, and we appreciate your business. We urge you to come visit us at Hollins Pharmacy, 1608 Hatcher Lane here in Columbia.
Stan McNabb Chevrolet, serving Columbia and the surrounding area since 1980. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is family owned and does their best to make you feel like you're a part of the family. Commitment to customer service is the highest priority. Whatever your vehicle needs are, from sales to service, Stan McNabb is here to help. Stan McNabb Chevrolet is a dealership that cares about this community. Visit us online and get started today. Stan McNabb Chevrolet, where excellence and community converge.
Is your insurance up to date in today's world? Foster Insurance Agency is an insurance agency you can depend on for your commercial and personal insurance needs. Foster tailors insurance coverage to meet your unique requirements stemming from years of experience and represents several top-rated companies such as Erie Insurance. Call Mike Ford or Jimmy Ford today at 931-388-8365 or stop by their convenient Columbia location at 204 West 4th Street. Foster Insurance, serving Middle Tennessee since 1952.
Hi, I'm Jimmy Ford, Foster Insurance Agency here in downtown Columbia. We've been here since 1952, located at 204 West 4th Street. We specialize in commercial insurance. We write home, auto, and life insurance. We write anything from your bulldozer to helicopter, from churches to bars. Come see myself, Mike, Shelby, or Nikki. We'll be happy to take care of you. We specialize in service.
Farmer Johnny here, Taylor Family Farm. I want to give y'all a little look-see. We raise 100% non-GMO, grass-fed beef, pasture chicken, and pork on our family farm. Everything that we grow is raised with love and care to ensure the highest quality and nutrition for our family and customers. You can shop online at TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com or visit our farm store in person at Etheridge, Tennessee at 301 Dave Reisner Road. That's TaylorFamilyFarmTN.com for more information.
At Umamua MD, Spring Hill's newest physician-led med spa, it's about restoring balance to your body, mind, and soul. From weight loss support, revitalizing IV therapies, to anti-aging, our services are designed to help you feel renewed, confident, and whole. At Umamua MD, consults with our medical director ensure safe and personalized results. Book today at umamd.com and step forward radiant, restored, and confident.
Hi, I'm Robert Rogers at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
And I'm Michael Parks Lawrence at Parks Motor Sales Buick GMC.
Together, we're Mr. Bobby Parks' grandsons, and we run his dealership, and we are glad to be part of our local community.
Being family owned and operated, we invest heavily in our community.
We do things like sports teams, schools, bands, you name it. We try to help everybody we can.
The reason why we do this is because we all love this community.
So come do business with us, your neighbors, at Parks Motor Sales in Columbia, Tennessee, right off Nashville Highway, or at parksmotorsales.com.
Columbia, your Love's travel stop just got a whole lot better. We've modernized our space at 1624 Bear Creek Pike at exit 46 to bring you more of what you want with fuel discounts, additional food offerings, and everything you need to hit the road with ease. Come say hi at the remodeled Love's in Columbia. We thank you for allowing us to be a part of your community. Safe travels.
He shoots, and he scores!
Hello, I'm Rick Whitley.
And I'm Daniel Pollard from Jones & Lang Sporting Goods. We would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you for the many years of support. Since 1966, Jones & Lang has been locally owned and operated and supplying teams from T-ball to college. Stop by and see what we can do for you. We offer a wide variety of services from silk screening and embroidery to our custom trophy and awards department.
We're open Monday through Friday, 8 to 5, and Saturday, 9 to noon. Remember, Jones & Lang Sporting Goods, the look of a winner.
It's kind of spooky.
It is Halloween time. Setting the mood.
Welcome back. This is the Maury County Public Schools Sports Zone, home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant. That's where we are.
That's where we are.
That's where all these people are.
C-Town.
We are in downtown Columbia inside Puckett's Restaurant. And this is the Coaches Show.
Yes, it is. We got two coaches here.
And on the coach,
look at that.
On the Coaches Show, we have coaches.
Yeah, that's true.
We are sitting with head coach of the Spring Hill Raiders, Joshua Taylor, and he has brought along his main guy, Mr. DeAndre Davis. DeAndre Davis, who's the wide receiver and defensive backs coach. And now the tradition is when we have coaches on the show, we have to talk just a little bit about last week. What went on last week.
We've got to meet our obligation.
And then we can move on.
Yeah.
Okay?
Did something happen?
But first of all, you, and people might not know this, but Coach Joshua Taylor is from Marshall County.
Lewisburg.
Went to Marshall County High School. Now,
Big facts.
Last week, you all had the dubious pleasure of playing Marshall County High School, who, may I say, has the defending 4A Tennessee Mr. Football as their quarterback, Tyler Thompson.
Who was every bit as advertised.
Who was the real deal. And you don't wish playing against him. Anybody playing against him?
I am glad he's a senior. Double check Max Preps on the way on the bus ride.
On the bus ride home, you were making sure you don't have to run into Tyler Thompson.
Texted Coach Osteen. He is gone, right?
All right.
Absolutely.
Now, give us, and Coach Davis, you could jump in there. You guys just tell us what went down last Friday night.
No, okay. So for real, like Marshall County, first of all, they're a good football team. Let's start there.
Okay, all right.
But no, so
Wait, hold on. Marshall County, good.
If you've heard of them.
Marshall County. Put it
down on paper.
5 star. I'm gonna put 5 stars.
Right. Good reviews for sure. So they, you put the game plan in. You hope it goes a certain way, and for them, sometimes it works out to the way their game plan went. That it was digested well by their players. They were ready to go, and the things they wanted to do, they got. And for us, we had a game plan. Again, I like what we did, what we planned offensively and defensively, but I think it got a little fast for our guys, and so. And to be honest, it was one of those things where the game plan was going to go one way or the other. We tried some new things, and it didn't go well. I had a lot of faith in our guys, but it didn't turn out the way we wanted to, especially defensively. And so things you want back, but also, man, our guys, they wanted to win. And again, I talk about the idea. If anybody's seen the Replacements movie, the quicksand. Once things went poorly for our guys, they wanted it to fix it so bad, and we started kind of overcompensating and trying to do somebody else's job for them and all of that, and it was spinning our wheels a little bit, and it kept getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And before we looked up, it was like, oh wow, this is a blowout. And so it got rough, man. But I think again, we talked about this before up here that it can be a loss, but if we let it can be a lesson. And so that's why understanding the game plan, and if you're not good with the game plan, you probably need to spend more time with the coaches and figuring things out. And also, this is why it's a long game. It's 4 quarters. This is why you shouldn't panic. And so we have to do a better job as coaches collectively, making sure we are preparing our guys and making sure our guys don't feel that sense of panic. And so I don't feel like I did a good enough job as the head coach keeping our boys from having that panic going on Friday night. I saw it. I saw it. It looked like, You ever like you seen those old like movies or shows with the tied to the train track and it's like waiting on somebody? Like that's what I felt like, and you see it coming, like the light on the train. You hear it, you see
waiting
it,
for somebody
and
to
it's
come
like,
untie you.
Yeah, and it's like you couldn't get loose, and you see it coming, and that's what it felt like. And so it was. I hated it for our guys because we're fighters, but it didn't reflect who we are, how we play. Man, the good news is we still have a shot at the number 2 seed in the region. We still can host a home playoff game. So all of that stuff is, again, our goals are in front of us. Right. You don't ever want to put together a game the way we did it Friday night, but our goals are still in front of us. And again, hats off to a really good and excellently coached Marshall County team.
And let me ask you this, and we're not going to harp on Marshall County too long, but where are they ranked in the state?
Y'all can find it out. I don't know. It's got to be pretty far up there.
They're not in the top 10 or 4A. They're probably like bottom 20, bottom 25.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a mistake.
It's because of record, though. Because of record.
Yeah, they played some tough teams. They had Tyner on the ropes and they got away from them, and so they played Westview, and so they played some teams that can with some talent as well. And so I think they have 3 losses, so that's probably why. But they've played some quality games, some quality football. And I'd be remiss also if I didn't mention, again, I'm from Lewisburg. My cousin, Kale Hightower, he's probably their number 1 receiver. He had a heck of a game.
Related to Dante, I'm sure.
Yes.
All the Hightowers over there.
Yeah. And so he had an excellent game. And so we kind of knew that going in, and he was going to be a matchup problem. We really couldn't get him figured out. And so it made it tough for us. And so, they had the run game and the passing game both working, kind of kept us off balance. And so that's how the game will go if we can't get stuff stopped, for sure.
Coach Davis, I want to ask you, Marshall County scored a lot of points and Spring Hill did not score a lot of points. How can you get your position groups, wide receivers and DBs, back on track after, really just a shock from a player perspective of like snapping back into, hey, we got another football game and we're ready to play this Thursday?
Well, like Coach Taylor said.
Put your mic up for me, Coach Davis. Thank you.
I know it falls down. You almost have to hold that one. You just got. I'm sorry. We'll hopefully have new ones by next year. Okay.
So I would say, just to echo a little bit of what Coach Taylor said, got to put that game behind us and just get back to our fundamentals, techniques, and make sure we're just being sound in all of those areas.
Yeah.
Like truthfully, we get back to that in our 5 components of defense and whatnot that we kind of got away from on Friday. If we get back to those, we'll be fine. So alignment, assignment, communication, hustle, and tackle. Like some of those things we did not do on Friday. When we do those 5 things, we're a really good football team. When we don't do those 5 things, we struggle.
And I would say, Coach Taylor and Coach Young, rarely do you.
Coach Davis.
Coach Davis.
Golly, man.
Why do I do here? Let me just.
I don't know, man.
Why do I do that?
I don't know.
Hey, I'm sorry.
Hey, I'm a vet. I've been coaching for 13 years,
Coach Davis,
man.
I am so
I've been coaching
sorry.
for 13 years.
I apologize. I owe you a cheeseburger. Okay? Coach Davis, Coach Taylor.
Yes, sir.
Almost every team in the state, high school football team in the state, middle school, high school, they have those. They have that one night. You know what I mean? But if you look at the total amount, the total amount of work, the games that you guys have played this year, you have to be, and Coach Davis, DeAndre Davis, you have to be proud of the full body of work that your coaching staff has put in and your players have put in for Spring Hill.
I would say for sure I'm proud of the effort our boys have displayed, the work they've put in. They scratch and claw, they fight to get better every single day.
And there were a couple of games you guys were that you ended up losing, but you were in there till the very end.
Touchdown.
Yeah. So we've lost a few heartbreakers, a couple of 7-point games that we'd love to have back. Small mistakes here and there cost us those games. And so it's been tough, but it's definitely been a joy to be able to coach those guys, have fun, watch them get better because they've definitely done that. And, again, that's probably the toughest pill to swallow Friday night is because I don't feel like Marshall County saw anywhere near the best version of Spring Hill.
Right.
And so, again, they're a good football team, but I think we had much more that we could have done in that game, and there are opportunities even with the score looking the way it did, there were opportunities, and we didn't. We had them. They converted a couple of fourth downs and things like that to get a chance to get off the field, and we didn't do it. And so it's just about and there are plays that we worked on with. We had the plan in place, but again, that quicksand kind of got in, and so it's you talk about the mental, the psychological aspect of coaching, and that's where we got to be better to make sure our guys are focused and they understand and they can lock in and attack when they're supposed to. And so that's really been a little bit of a message going forward. But I've been pleased with their effort. And again, I don't think we've played the cleanest games. The game before that, we had 21 penalties. We cleaned. We didn't have near as many penalties this past game, but we've done things to not play clean football. But the effort has certainly been there. Pretty much throughout the season, and again, even against Marshall, it wasn't, for the most part, it wasn't a lack of effort. It was just we started to overcompensate.
Sure.
And a good team's gonna make you pay for that.
And sometimes when that starts to happen, at halftime you were down quite a bit, but in the first half, when that ball or that train starts rolling down that track, man, it's tough. It's tough to stop it sometimes, especially you're the visiting team. You got the home crowd against you. And you're playing a really good team that kind of smells that blood in the water. You all have been, and both of you have played, you've been on that side before. Yeah. You know how that feels. You know how tough it is for that team that you are imposing your will on is to come back.
Yep.
But this Thursday night, tomorrow night,
absolutely,
you're at Montgomery Central,
yes, sir,
up in the Clarksville
yes,
area.
Sir.
Montgomery Central 1-8. Another chance, a good chance, I would say, to add one to your win column.
Definitely, we're looking forward to it.
And I tell you what, two bright spots. I was reading over some notes from the game last Friday night in Marshall County. Reeves Gill returned 2 kickoffs back for touchdowns.
He had one. It was one. Lionel had a kick return touchdown, and Reeves Gill had a kick return touchdown.
Okay, and Reeves had one. Lionel Brooks, a tremendous player, Mr. What do you call him?
Mr. Do-It-All.
Mr. Do-It-All.
L Train.
Do you think Marshall County made it a point that their coaching staff said, we're not going to let Lionel Brooks beat us tonight?
Well, I would say, first of all, yes, obviously, but I think pretty much every team has attempted the same thing.
Yeah. Okay.
And so that's not new. I think for us, we are obviously, you can see, we're a run-first football team, and as the game began to get away, are we still going to run? Are we going to pass? We kind of lost our identity a little bit, and, as the game went on, really on both sides of the football. And so
that's where Lionel's stats showed that.
Mm-hmm. So he only had 9 carries. And we got away from running the football, and that was something we, even with the score the way it was, I think we should have kind of kept chipping away. And that's really, again, that's on me as a head coach to make sure we don't lose our identity no matter what's going on. And I think we did a little bit of that Friday night. Well, again, coaches and players both.
The old saying goes, desperate times sometimes cause for desperate measures. And I'm just, and that's
definitely.
And you know what I mean? And that way, and it kind of gets you, and Coach Davis, you get you guys out of your comfort zone from where you've been all year,
right,
when something like Friday night starts to happen.
Yep.
Yeah. But we're going to put all that. We left all that in Lewisburg.
Yep.
Yeah,
now tomorrow night Montgomery Central.
Yeah. And Coach Davis, there's a lot at stake for Spring Hill, and I know, as I've said numerous times, I'm an alumni. You're also an alumni of Spring Hill High School. You played football. There's a chance for Spring Hill to host a playoff football game. How much does that mean to you as an alum, and also just to see how far Spring Hill has come, you being on the staff of Coach Taylor?
So for me, I never made the playoffs when I was in high school, so it's a great feeling, man. Don't laugh, Coach Taylor.
Hey, I did as a Spring Hill alumni. I made it twice. For everybody listening, I made it twice.
But it's an excellent.
They all know you said it 100 times.
Man, it is an excellent feeling. I can't really describe it. I'm just excited, and we just got to coach our tails off, because it would be great to get a whole playoff win as a coach. I didn't get one as a player, so it would be great to get one as a coach.
And just that experience of the playoff, right? I mean, that whole playoff atmosphere. Now, it might be at Pearl Cone, right?
No, that's Battle Creek.
Right. So we will.
Oh, that's Battle Creek.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, yeah. We'll let it shake out. But if we get the home game, it looks like it'll be White House. But we'll see.
Okay.
They'll be coming to us hopefully.
Which is they're always tough.
They are.
I mean,
they are always
they
tough.
are every year. Those guys are in the
it's in the water out there. You know, the community, the area. They expect a lot of things, high expectations. They give back. So they're that's a football town for sure. So it'll be a tough game if that's what we wind up matched up with.
It is what it is.
Absolutely.
I mean, that's what we got to set them up. Yeah. They set them up. Y'all knock them down.
That's one play at a time, man. One game at a time.
So
3 yards in a cloud of dust.
Try to get this Montgomery Central game so we can earn that 2 seed for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Let's talk about your offensive play. Well, Kason White. He was your leading rusher.
Yeah, Kason is a guy who, he's a junior, same as Lionel is, and so he probably doesn't get the carries because of Lionel, but he's a guy who got opportunities in the Marshall game, and he did the best with his opportunities, and so, he runs hard. He'll do whatever you ask him to do. He's played some special teams for us. He knows the offense inside and out. When he was a younger guy, he stepped in and played some quarterback for us in JV games and stuff like that. He's a smart kid that he just has a sense of, he understands football. He's a really coachable guy, likable, and so he's a kid that it's very easy to root for him. And when he runs the ball, he gets those big gains and he finishes them off. He's not a big kid. He's 145 pounds probably, but he will
falls forward.
He falls forward. He's gonna put every pound he has into him, finishing those runs. And so I love to watch Kason play, man. Whether it's running down on kickoff or whether it's running the ball, catching out of the backfield. So he's a weapon we have that people probably don't know about as much. But in times like that, that's one of the silver lining in games like that. A kid like Kason gets a chance to shine a little bit. And you can see that we got a little depth there.
Yeah.
Now let's talk about. There's a guy that's been nominated for the Defensive Player of the Week. He has your same last name.
He's pretty cool.
Who is that guy? Who is
that? A coincidence. He's got the same last name as Coach Jackson.
Would you believe I gave it to him?
A kid named Jackson.
Yeah.
What do you mean you gave it? Jackson Taylor. You know who?
Yeah.
Are
gave
you
him
related?
Last name.
Are you related to him?
Yeah, man. He's
Is he your little brother? Is he your little brother?
Apple tree, right? Yeah.
That's nephew right there.
That's my
Is that your
oldest.
little brother?
Yeah, that's my oldest son. He's
You're old enough to have a son.
Oh man, dude, I'm old. I don't know what you're talking about. But no, Jackson. We didn't have a good game. Jackson individually had a really good game. And so I kind of hate, the stats say, 6 tackles. He had 5 solos. But he was forcing incompletions. We didn't force that many, right? But he was forcing incompletions. He was communicating. He was all over the field. He was making tackles. He was busting up their screen game, things like that. And so he was flying all over the field. He plays basically nickel, or he plays safety for us, man. He's played all over the field. He's our nickel back, but he's played deep. He's played deep in the secondary. He's played cornerback. He's even played linebacker for us a little bit this year at 140 pounds on a good day, probably 135 pounds. He's smart, and I'm talking up my son, but he's smart.
I can vouch, bro.
He does everything we ask him to do. Yeah. I say this all the time, and not because he's my son, but for 15 years of coaching football, Jackson is the most coachable player I've ever coached. And it shows on tape.
And, Coach, I'm going to just tell you right now, and you might know this, it ain't easy being a coach's son.
No,
it's really not on the foot.
I'm not going to say that because, he has 2 sons, and both of them are just like that, in my opinion, man. And I've been coaching Austin and Jackson. Austin was 7, so Jackson was 9, and, they've been getting after it since then. Them are some good kids, for real.
I get, but when I say that, I mean,
yep.
I know
what you mean.
You being the head coach, there are expectations, I think, put on a coach's son, even more so than just a regular player.
Absolutely. I preach to them boys. They know, hey, attendance is a lot of things. The best ability is availability. Jackson has, in 3 years of football, he's missed 1 day, and so he doesn't take it lightly. It tears him up when he has to miss for any time for anything, man. And so he does his absolute best to make sure that he's up there. He's leading. He's one of our captains, and that's not by accident either. Just because, again, he's a leader on our team. He does a lot of the dirty work for us. He don't mind getting on scout team and all of that stuff. He's a defender through and through, but he will absolutely do whatever you need, special teams or anything, man. And so I definitely appreciate who he is as a player, but obviously, being my son, I definitely enjoy having him around just everywhere, house or anywhere.
You wouldn't have it any
Right.
other way.
Yeah,
I
and
mean,
he's an awesome kid, man. The reason y'all haven't seen him here yet, man, that dude every Wednesday night he's gonna pull up at church. So
There
he's
you
like,
go.
hey, I'm sorry,
And-
I ain't coming.
and
So
God-
yeah,
and God bless him for that. You know what I mean?
Yeah. And Coach Davis, I want to give you the chance. You coach DBs and wide receivers. Your defensive unit on the back end is one of the best in the county. Very deep. Shout out some of those guys that have made impact plays. We just talked about Reeves Gill, who had a special teams play. So they're versatile guys. Shout out some of the guys that you coach.
I'm gonna get laughed at for this, but hey, first things first. Nathan Highland, number 21. Nathan is an all-around athlete, man. He's actually, he didn't play against Marshall. Marshall actually wanted to accept the challenge of having him on the field because they got top-end receivers and they want to see us at our best. And he didn't play in that game, so that kind of hurt, But it is what it is. But Nathan Highland, he's holding down on his island. Of course, Reeves Gill. Everybody knows Reeves. Beside him, we have Lakin. Lakin has been on the stage sometimes. And then on the other side of that, we have Landon Schneeberger. He is a 3-year football player. He has improved extremely. He does all the work, man. Off season, he's gotten stronger, all the things. If you look at him, you're probably going to think, why they got that linebacker out there? But I can tell you he's a very coachable kid. And, yeah, that's just the starting for if you go down. Like, we got some depth, man, and we pride ourselves on being a good defensive unit as far as, like, secondary. I mean, everybody up front as well. But as far as, like, me and Coach Taylor, even when we was goes back to when we was at Central, like, we click on all cylinders in the secondary, and when we don't, man, we coach our guys up. We bring them to the sideline. We're forever making adjustments and whatnot. So, I mean, and just, some of our guys, the top 4, though.
Okay, Seneca Caldwell.
excellent dude, man. He's, again, we say 8-9 gonna sack, right? And so, we love what he has. He may be our best defender. He brings a lot, man. He's been, 3-year starter. He's excellent in the run game. Coach Locke does a really good job at the defensive line. Seneca's a technician. He's a leader up front. He could probably handle the defensive line Indy if Coach Locke didn't for some reason. He can coach those guys up, man. The maturity in Seneca, seeing him, as a freshman to now, he younger guy, but he, as a younger guy, but now he's older, man. He gets the younger guys right. He does a really good job of leading and also playing, and he diagnoses what's going on, what types of blocks he's getting, and he comes to the sideline and he's like, hey, I think this stunt will be really good because of this. And so, like, he's a smart guy. We got, the leadership that we've talked about this year. Again, he's another one of those guys. He's also one of our captains, and so I just definitely appreciate what Seneca's done in these last 3 years for sure.
According to this stat sheet, Seneca Caldwell,
number 1 in 4,
top 10 in the state in sacks.
That's true.
I mean, that's
for sure.
He lives in the backfield.
Absolutely.
Number 9.
Yes, absolutely. We get there. We don't do a whole lot of blitzing because we think our D-line can get there. We think Seneca, led by Seneca, but also Gavin Jacobs, Truett Kitchen, Gage McQuirk. We got guys that can get to the quarterback for sure. And that was one of the when I say coaching mistakes from last week. I think that was one of the mistakes is we put a lot of on the defensive line as far as getting to the quarterback, and part of it was making sure we earn the right to rush the passer. We talk about that, and so we got to get stops on first and second down to rush the quarterback, and so we talked about that because obviously Thompson was a really good quarterback, but we didn't set ourselves up, so they got in a lot of rundowns and then play action and stuff like that, and we couldn't get to the QB because we didn't earn the right to chase him, and we typically do a really good job of earning the right to go rush the quarterback, and we didn't do that. So,
what's the most sacks he's had in the game? Do you know?
I think 2.5 is the most he's had this year.
Well, you know what I'm thinking? Yeah. 6 or 7. This is a Murray County Public School. This is a Murray County Public School coaching show. And we'll be back in 6 or 7. Don't go anywhere.
At CSH, we know the sport of football builds discipline, character, and work ethic, 3 common characteristics of winners. It's a sport where we drowns out me. Leadership is nurtured, and that's why CSH supports all Murray County football teams, and want to say a special thanks and good luck to every player, coach, volunteer, and parent of this year's teams, from youth programs, middle schools, and high schools. We know football builds men that make a difference. Let's go.
Hey, this is Trip Stoltz, owner of Columbia Ace Hardware. We are excited to announce that we have completely remodeled our store. We have expanded our selection in many brands including Milwaukee, Steel, and Big Green Egg. We have new inventory arriving daily, so come see the changes for yourself at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard, Columbia, Tennessee.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
Hello, my name is Zach Maddox. I'm a proud third-generation owner-operator of Columbia Paint and Wall Cover, founded by my grandfather, Ralph Maddox, in 1946. We offer a variety of paint and wall covering products, but our passion is customer service. We can offer many personalized services and can come out to your house or business if needed. Come visit us at our Columbia location or our new Spring Hill location behind Church of the City, or visit us online at paintcolumbia.com.
This is David Usselton with Usselton Automotive, located in Columbia, Tennessee. We service all foreign and domestic vehicles. We take pride in our work, and we don't cut corners. We offer a 5-year, 50,000-mile warranty and loan our cars with almost every repair. We are located at 1201 South High Street in Columbia, Tennessee. You can reach us at 931-215-1765 or find more information at usseltons.com.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We are here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas.
This is Trip Stoltz, owner and manager at Columbia Ace Hardware. We have changed our store hours to better serve our community. Columbia Ace Hardware is now open from 7 to 7 Monday through Friday, from 8 to 4 on Saturday, and closed on Sunday. Come see us at 112 East James Campbell Boulevard and let us show you customer service that can only be found at Columbia Ace Hardware.
Ace is the place with the helpful hardware, folks.
This is Hal Landers, owner of Landers Insurance Agency. We are an independent agency representing the famous Erie Insurance Group. Landers Insurance Agency has been committed to providing great rates and great service since 2002. Whether it's home and auto or business or life insurance, we've got you covered. 24/7 in-house claim service, we've got that too. Visit Landers Insurance at 514 North Garden Street, Columbia. Call us at 931-380-2003. Our website is landersinsuranceagency.com and follow us on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the Murray County Public Schools Sports Zone here, home cooked by Puckett's Restaurant and powered by CPWS Internet. We got the people that will be playing on Halloween night up on stage, the Columbia Central Lions.
Is this the first team? Is this the only Murray County team, public school team that's going to be playing on
Friday night?
Friday night.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you dressing up? You going to go as a head football coach?
Yeah, that's what I'm going as.
Y'all going as football players, I guess. You going to go as a linebacker, and you can go as quarterback.
Yeah.
Or you could play a trick on the coaches and swap up. I mean, I don't know. You might not start the next game.
Yeah,
that might not be a good idea. Okay, we've got Coach Tredarius Goff, the head coach of the Columbia Central Lions. 5-3 overall record, 3-0 in the region. And we got a big one coming up Friday night.
Big one.
We want everybody to turn up their radios, whatever their laptops, whatever. Lock this in, turn it up, because we're going to talk some serious football. Because tomorrow, Friday night in Tullahoma,
T-Town,
huge. Do you say huge or huge?
Man, huge.
Huge with an H. I make the H come out.
Yeah, you make
a lot
it
of
come
people.
out.
Yeah, a lot of people just go huge.
Yeah.
I'm like, huge. What did you? It's huge.
It's a big one. It's a
big game. It's a big game. On the far end down here, we've got Jamari Hall. He's linebacker number 9.
Yep.
And sitting next to him is the man that makes it happen in the backfield, the quarterback, number 7, Daniel Booker. Have you found out that the players nowadays want single numbers? You know what I'm talking about? I mean, what's up with single numbers? You know, the old number for quarterbacks, well, it was always 10, 11, 12, 13,
15, 17.
15, somewhere in there.
Yeah.
But now it's a single number thing. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I mean, to me, it just look better. Single number look better. It's cleaner.
Oh, okay, all right. And Jamar, you look like me. You don't care what number it is, really. But you'll take a single number.
Yeah, I just feel like 9 is like a linebacker number, so that's why I picked it.
That's a good point.
All right. And you know what? There are a lot of linebackers across the country in D1 and in the NFL that have single numbers.
Micah Parsons, number 1, Green Bay Packers.
That's right. And so Thibodeau for the Giants, I think he's number 5 or something like that. So so there you have it.
Yep.
But anyway, okay. Let's get back to what we were talking about. This past week, Friday night, JP2, and we got to talk a little bit about that game.
Okay.
I wasn't there. I didn't see it. I've heard talk about it since this week at the station.
Barry Duke came on and gave us a
Barry
synopsis.
Duke did come on and say, you guys took off to a pretty good lead. And then in the fourth quarter, JP2 tried to make things a little interesting.
Spicy.
Can you talk a little bit to that? What exactly happened? And
we started off the game hot. We scoring and going. We was going back and forth, and then we finally got a stop probably late in the first quarter, early second quarter. And, we was able to go up 14 before half. And then coming out of halftime, they stopped us the first possession. And we stopped them, and then we got the ball back and went down and scored and went up 21. And then after that, they made some adjustments and started putting the ball in the quarterback hands even more than they was the first half, and started running screens on us and other things. And they had some success there, and they cut the lead down. They scored and then cut it down to 14. Then they kicked the onside kick and got it back, and then they cut it down to 7. And then from there, it was just, hey, we got to find a way to hang on and get this win.
Right. Now you had one of your offensive players, candidates for Offensive Player of the Week.
Huge.
Daniel Booker had a monster night.
Yep.
I mean,
nobody could tackle him on tape. Go watch it.
I mean, and folks, when I say monster night, I mean, and I'm not just saying that because we're close to Halloween. I'm saying he had a monster night for the Columbia Central Lions. 20 carries for 262 yards. Let me repeat that. 20 carries for 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 for 8 passing. I mean, running the ball like that, Daniel, you didn't need to throw the ball.
That's exactly right.
and were you tell the folks, were you just kind of feeling it? Was the blocks just falling in place? Were you using your blocks just the right way that night? Did everything just kind of click as far as the running game, your running game goes, and decision making? Tell us kind of what you were seeing and what was happening Friday night.
Yeah, definitely. Blocks were getting set. O-line and my pullers did a great job blocking. And then, I guess I was just feeling it that night. I liked the turf. Their turf was good.
Was it feeling good, too?
Really good. So I was a little more shifty than normal. I was making good cuts. So.
And that's understandable. Yeah. Sometimes basketball players, even baseball players, they kind of get in this groove and they feel really comfortable.
Yeah.
And I think that's the way it happened at JP too last Friday for you.
Yeah, definitely. Once I broke it for like 45 yards the second play, that's when I knew it was.
Yeah.
it's
We're
go
gonna do
time.
this all night.
Yeah, we're gonna hit him out
y'all
all
just
night long.
get ready. I'm gonna be in the end zone doing my thing.
That's exactly right.
The gritty.
Yeah.
You know.
any type of celly. Speaking of cellies, defensive players can throw up a little celly when they get tackles, and Jamari Hall over here makes a lot of them. Did on Friday night. Jamari, what was going good for you defensively? I mean, up until that fourth quarter, Pope really wasn't scoring a lot of points, but what was going good for you specifically?
You know, it was me reading my assignments and my guards and stuff, and then you know, I'm using my techniques to get back there. You know.
Yeah.
And I want to thank my boy Toto back there. You know, he was in on my sacks too.
Yep.
I see Toto back
Shout
there.
out Toto Baldwin.
Toto, there you go, Toto. How you doing, buddy? Good to see you. Now, Jamari, folks, he's up for Columbia Central's Defensive Player of the Week. That the voting closes
Soon.
in about 20 minutes. Jamari had 8 tackles and 2 sacks. That's all right.
Thanks.
There's nothing like sacking a quarterback, is there? Huh? I mean, I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
Scoring touchdowns is pretty fun, though.
That's about. As close to it as you can
That's
get.
about it on the defensive side, or intercept a pick six,
intercept,
something like that. Yeah. And like I tell all the players, the girls like the guy that scores touchdown, right? Daniel, see that smile? He understands what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about the task at hand Friday night.
Region championship.
Coach, I was talking to a well-known person in this community, and he told me that if you take away that year of 2010, that Friday night against Tullahoma in Tullahoma is probably the biggest ball game for Columbia Central High School Lions in the last 50 years. Will you agree with that?
Nah, well, it's hard to say that outside of the state championship.
Well, now I mean, like I said, if we remove that year,
I thought you were talking about the game.
Take that year out of the equation.
Yeah, nah, for sure it is. It is one of the biggest games probably in Columbia Central history in the last 50 years, as you would say. It's
because winning this ball game means what?
We win the region and we get to host a playoff game.
Number one,
which is
number one.
Which is
it's humongous. It's humongous for us.
It's huge.
Yeah, it is. It is. And like I said, we have a great opportunity at hand. Tullahoma, they have a good program. They've had our number the past 2 years. We played them last year in the monsoon at Battle Creek, where we played the game at, and we wasn't able to get the job done. And that's kind of what I've used to fuel the guys this week. Letting them know that hey, we got to go take it to them. It's going to be an all-out war for 4 quarters, and I don't expect nothing less than that. Coach Sissy's going to have them guys ready to go. They're going to be hyped up. They playing for a home playoff game as well. They can either be second or third in the region.
Yeah.
And it's kind of a winner-take-all type situation that you're in. I mean, you can go from region championship guys
to number 3 maybe.
Playing at home in the playoffs to having to go on the road to down around Chattanooga or something.
And that's major when it comes to playoff time, man. We want to be, like we said last week, at Lindsey Nelson, hosting a playoff game and maybe 2, and go from there. But yes, this Friday is very crucial for us to go in and handle business and just play ball. The way we've been playing for about the last month, man. The guys have been playing with a lot of confidence. They've been physical and they've been getting after people. So that's what I look forward to seeing on Friday night.
Yeah, and speaking of big plays and the significance of games, Mr. Booker rises to the occasion more times than not. I just want to let everybody know that's listening or watching, Daniel is potentially, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I want to say he's one of the only in Columbia Central history that will potentially rush and pass for 1,000 yards in the season. Daniel, first, what is your reaction to that? And secondly, people are game planning around you. How are you going to manage that, especially in a game like Tullahoma Region Championship?
Definitely, it's a good feeling, to break a record, but my eyes is on the prize. Friday night, we got a big game. Definitely, teams have, schemed against me somewhat because we run the ball quite a bit. But, we got a lot of athletes.
Yeah.
We got a lot of people that if I could get the ball in their hands, they're gonna make a play, or they're gonna make a move and turn a little out route into a 25 big yard game or whatnot. So, I mean, as I look at it, you could try to stop me all day, but I got my brothers behind me, and we come as a family. You feel me?
Yeah.
So you could try your best to stop me, but you ain't gonna stop all of us.
Yeah.
So
now
that's just what it is.
Coach Goff, what do we know about, or what do you know, what does your staff know about Tullahoma? What style of play they have, and what can we expect out of Tullahoma?
First thing, they're going to be physical. They're going to be physical from the jump. They're going to get after it. They have a good running back, number 22, Marvancy Johnson. He's had a game against us the past 2 years, and like I told these guys, they practiced all week. I challenged them to get after him. You chop the head off, everything else will fall, and he's the guy that we have to stop. They have other pieces around him, but he's the guy that they go to. He's going to impact the plays 5 out of 7 times that they run a play. He's going to have some type of influence on it, man. So, and they do similar stuff to us offensively. They like to do a lot of shifts and motions to try to get advantages on you on the offensive side and hope you don't line up right to it so they have an advantage and, angles on blocking. But at the end of the day, we practiced it. We went over it. We've sent film out. So the guys are prepared. We got one more day tomorrow to clean up things, a mental day. And it's just about going out and performing after that. Like I said, they're gonna be physical. It's going to be an all-out war. I don't expect nothing less.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, Tullahoma is one of the old district.
Yep, it is.
Tullahoma, Shelbyville.
Yep,
I mean, that's
one.
So Columbia, the history and tradition between Tullahoma, Antonio London and players like that played at Tullahoma, playing against. I mean, there's a lot of tradition and there's a lot of backstory to the Columbia-Tullahoma rivalries over the years.
No, it definitely is, man. The last time I played at Tullahoma, my senior year, they beat us in overtime. They hit us with a fake PAT.
Oh, wow.
In overtime and beat us out like that. And then we ended up playing them again in the playoffs third round.
And taking care of business.
Yeah, we ran them on out of there. So it wouldn't make nothing better for me than for us to go out there and handle business.
And so you remember exactly what happened back in 15 years ago. Yep. There's players and coaches and family members and spectators and fans that they remember those days too. And so that's what makes a rivalry.
Yep.
That's what cooks a rivalry. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, I think rivalries are born out of years of close competitions and players making great plays against another team and ripping the heart out of teams at the very end. And that's how rivalries are created. You know what I mean? Rivalries just aren't created by building high school and close to another high school. They have to get in there and they have to mix it up in baseball and softball and soccer, whatever the sports are. There has to be this kind of disdain for each other. This kind of you don't like them. Do you agree with that?
I 100% agree. And I want to ask the players, Jamari, do you realize that headed into a game like Friday? I mean, it's the region championship. You're playing on Halloween. There's some history between Tullahoma and Columbia. Are you taking all that into account for how you're going to perform on Friday?
Yes. Yes, because all I got to do, I got more to do, but my main focus is stopping that running back. If I stop that running back, they can't do nothing else.
Yeah.
So that's the head of the snake then.
Yeah, that running back.
What is his name? Do you know what?
Marvancy Johnson.
Marvancy Johnson.
Yeah.
And he's been scorching everybody this year. I mean, he's the engine that makes the bus roll down there.
Yeah, he makes them go, man.
Is he a big guy?
He's not very big.
Is he just strong?
He's strong
and fast.
He's strong and he got some speed on him. He's not one that necessarily wants to lower his shoulder and run you over, but he has great balance. He can make you miss. He's pretty shifty. Can
they throw when they have to?
Yeah, they can throw when they have to. I'm not gonna say they can take the top off of it, but they can complete passes and
keep the possession going, keep the drive going.
So it's gonna be big for our
deal. That's when they need Mr.
Hall down there.
Mr. Hall to step in and get the ball back.
Yeah,
and get it back in
Daniel's hands. Yep.
Yeah, get it back in Daniel's hands. Now, rarely. And we've talked a little bit about this last week on the show. Rarely do you get a game of this magnitude at the very end of the season.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, it's kind of odd that this game is coming down to the region championship, basically, and whether you're going to drive a long distance for a playoff game or whether you're going to play in the comforts of Lindsey Nelson Stadium on Jim Cartwright Field right out there next to the high school.
Yep. And believe it or not, we've kind of had this game circled as the region championship.
And so you kind of figured it out?
We kind of figured that.
And said the road to the region championship goes through Tullahoma.
It has to.
Tully.
Yep, it has to.
And so if that's the case, and we talked about this for you as a head coach, and we know we're not focusing on you. You got your whole team Friday night in Tullahoma, but I mean this is in your young head coaching career at Columbia Central, and this is what year for you at Columbia?
Year 3.
Third year. This is your signature. This is kind of your signature moment.
Yep. Nah, for sure. It wouldn't be no better feeling, like I said, than these guys getting rewarded.
It'd be a fun bus ride home.
Nah, it definitely would. Definitely
I mean, it would be a lot of fun.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of fun for that hour and 15 minutes home, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So, well, Coach, all we can do is just, I'll tell you what we can do. We can tell these folks that are here at Puckett's tonight.
Yeah.
Tell these folks that are watching us on
Facebook,
Twitch,
YouTube.
Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, all those, that if you can't make it, first of all, you should make plans to take the road trip over to Tullahoma and support the Lions. But if you can't, we're going to have it right. We're going to have it live, streamed to them.
Barry Duke will be on the call.
The
legendary Barry Duke.
The smoothest pipes in the business. And there's not anybody else that loves Columbia Central athletics more than Barry Duke.
Yep.
I promise you that.
I enjoy, on the bus rides home on away games. Since I don't have the film uploaded, I go to the YouTube channel and I start watching it there. That's what I do on the way home.
And he will give those referees the hardest time you've ever heard in your life.
He will.
But we love Barry Duke. We appreciate what he does for us.
It's very appreciated.
At 101.7 and 103.7 that carries the Columbia Central High Lines and has been carrying the Columbia Central High Lines for over 70 years.
Yeah.
I mean, that's older than.
It's major.
That was before I was born.
Yeah.
I know it's hard to believe.
Before.
Yeah.
Major. One of the things I want to ask these two players up here on the stage, we've talked about how wonderful and the magnitude of this moment for Coach Goff is, but you two are not seniors, so you will be back next year. But if you can get to the playoffs, get that home game, get that experience this year, it'll be tremendous for next year. So how are you guys feeling towards that? Daniel first and Jamari.
It'll definitely give us some experience, for next year. Knowing that we got a young team, we're still really young. But, game plan is just go in there, do what we do. But, yeah, like I was saying, that'll definitely be kind of an extra step for us.
Yeah.
Because we got more seasons to come.
Yeah. Jamari, how do you feel? You're an underclassman, right, sophomore? Mm-hmm. So you've got much more football to play. This could be a huge leap for you in your career. How are you feeling towards that?
I'm feeling excited because, I get this win, and I get more in the playoffs. I can do more next year.
Yeah.
In the next.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, and the experience, Coach. There's no substitute for experience for these players.
No, it's not.
Your younger players. I know you've got some seniors on the team. You're not senior heavy. You will be next year.
Yeah, we will.
And that's okay.
Yeah, that's hard.
To be where you are right now, that's a good problem to have. But the experience of doing what you're doing now, having some pressure on you to go into these pressure cook type situations, hostile territory, into Tullahoma, knowing you the big difference. We're going to be in a much different situation if we don't win. If we win, we're going to be in a much favorable situation. If we lose, we're not. So that in itself. And putting these players under in that pressure cooker, that experience helps them tremendously moving forward next year and the next. And
no, it does. I use this season as an example. We started out the season, it was a little rocky, but as this group got experience, and so we're on a 3-game win streak right now, man. After we lost to Riverdale. And I think that it's due to the experience of some of the teams we played, and these guys have picked it up, and you know now we rolling. You know they done figured out. Yeah, I'm a sophomore, but I can play with these dudes. You know, and also it helped getting us getting healthy as well. But you know, experience is the biggest teacher, regardless of anything you got going on. If you got some experience, then you can probably figure out a way to get it done.
Yeah. We just wish you the best of luck. I'll be watching Friday night.
Not trick-or-treating, Dre? You won't be trick-or-treating?
Listen, I'm going to be watching this football game Friday night. My man Toto's going to be playing.
Hassan?
We're going to watch
right there
him. Daniel, Jamari. We're going to have all these cats out. We're going to be watching them take care of business. And, Coach, I know it's Halloween night. Guys, I know it's Halloween night. But we just want treats back here in Columbia. We don't want any tricks. No. You know, we want treats. That means bring a W back here at Columbia Central so we can have game day for the next playoff game, first playoff game, when you all play it at
Lindsey
Nelson Stadium.
Okay,
won't that be awesome?
Man, that'd be more than awesome, man. That'll be more than awesome, man. You know, like I said, these guys deserve it. They worked hard. They put in a lot of work. We had our ups and downs, bumps and bruises.
Okay. It's time for us to take a break. We're going to shut down
Player of the Week.
Player of the Week polls.
It's time.
And after this break, we're going to come back and award those.
Trivia as well.
And what's the most touchdowns you've had in a ball game? What's that?
6.
6 or 7?
Yeah, 6,
okay.
7.
All right. This is the Maury County Public Coaches Show. We'll be right back.
Columbia Foodland is a locally owned and operated family grocery store with a full line of dry, dairy, frozen, meat, and produce items. We focus on keeping the freshest hand-cut meat and produce items daily with the most competitive prices in town. We offer weekly ad specials as well as in-store weekly specials throughout the store. Located at 427 West 7th Street in Columbia in the former Harris Foodland location. Columbia Foodland. We're here and ready to serve the wonderful people of Columbia and the surrounding areas. Office space available in beautiful downtown Columbia. Kennedy Broadcasting Company, WKRM and WKOM, has 3 offices for rent in its downtown building. Each office is approximately 18 by 18, and each includes a closet-type storage area. Included are utilities, Wi-Fi, and communal break area. Contact Station Manager Clayton Harris at 931-626-3131.
Discover Prime and Pint in downtown Columbia, where great food meets great company. Join us for weekly specials. Tuesday is Texas Tuesday, with a rotating menu that gives back to local causes. Wednesday is half-off burgers and pints all day long. And on Thursday, don't miss our prime rib dinner carved fresh by our chef. Make your night memorable at Prime and Pint, 105 East 6th Street, Columbia. Prime and Pint Butchery and Public House.
Columbia Power and Water Systems is dedicated to bringing our customers reliable local service. Whether you're turning on a light switch, your faucet, or streaming on TV, our dedicated team members from here in Maury County work every day to keep you on. If you need us, call us 931-388-4833 or visit cpws.com. CPWS, local service, local support.
And welcome back to the Maury County Public School Sports Zone. Home Cooked by Puckett's Restaurant Coaches Show.
Yep, that's what it
Powered
is.
by the CPWS Internet. If you need internet at your home, call up CPWS.
Yes,
you
sir.
pay them for power, they'll just kick in the internet. We have great, my wife and I and our dog Carl have terrific
Yes, sir.
Columbia Power Water Systems Internet, and it's just $50 a month.
Yep.
Greatest deal out there. Give them a call. Okay. The moment you've all been waiting for, the Puckett's Player of the Week nominees.
It's time.
And the winners. And first on offense, we're going to go down. You want to go down the list?
Yeah, let's name everybody and announce the winners.
Okay,
Yep.
Jay Sean Brown on offense for Battle Creek had 12 carries for 101 yards and 1 touchdown. Kason White for Spring Hill had 6 carries and 46 yards in a very tough game against Marshall County. Peyton Niehaus from Mount Pleasant, who's already won it once.
Yeah, he has.
Right?
Mr. 1K.
Yeah. 5 catches for 123 yards, 1 touchdown, 3 kick returns, totaling 55 yards. And then on defense, he had 8 tackles with 5 solo tackles, which, he's a two-way player.
He is. At least he was on Friday.
Just like Shohei Ohtani. Daniel Booker of Columbia had 20 carries for 262 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 for 8 passing, 24 yards and 1 touchdown. On defense, Harlem Sadler for Battle Creek, 7 tackles, 2 for losses. Jackson Taylor, Spring Hill, 6 tackles, 5 of those were solo. A.J. Sieber from Mount Pleasant, 13 tackles.
Ooh.
In one game.
He's already won Player of the Week as well.
Not many people get 13 tackles in a year, but he got one in one game. The guy gets 13 tackles. 8 of those were solo.
Yeah, he's a force.
Jamari Hall for Columbia, who was just up here with his quarterback, Daniel Booker. Jamari had 8 tackles and 2 sacks.
All right, Drake. Cut to the chase. Who won? With
we just know they won.
Yeah, who
the offensive player of the week, I believe he's here, Mr. Daniel Booker. Would you come up here, sir? Let me go over these again. 20 carries, 262 yards in 20 carries, 3 touchdowns. Wave at the camera, sir, on your way out. There you go.
D-Book.
3 for 8 passing in the passing for 24 yards and 1 touchdown.
Yep.
If you run for 262 yards, why are you even throwing the ball? I don't know. But you just do what the coaches
I want to say something about Daniel Booker as well. The fact that he got over 600 votes this past week in the poll. I mean, the support for Daniel Booker Jr. will not go ignored. I mean, he got everybody to rally behind him, and rightfully so. 260, I would want to win Player of the Week too.
Absolutely.
So.
And on defense tonight, let's just keep it right here in Columbia. Columbia Central High linebacker Jamari Hall. Would you come up here, please? You had 8 tackles and 2 sacks. There's a gift certificate, sir. Thank you very much.
Sir.
Would you wave at the camera and tell everybody hi? And if you guys will stick around, we're going to get a picture with you.
Yep, I think it's time for trivia.
Okay, let's do a little trivia.
We've got some swag to give away.
Look at this, folks. We've got
3 swag bags to give away.
Barbecue
and some
here,
wonderful trivia questions.
Some rub, a T-shirt, and a big old coffee mug.
All right.
I'm telling you.
All right.
Can I play too?
No, you know the answers, Drake.
Okay.
You know the answers.
Of course I know that.
All right. Question number 1, and the rules. Please come up here and give us the correct answer, hopefully.
The rules is you have to come right up here in front of us and tell us the answer. And please, no wagering.
Yep.
Okay, so we're not going to.
That's true. All right. Question number 1. Where are the TSSAA football state championships currently held? At what location?
In what
location?
What location?
I think Toto Baldwin made it here first.
All right.
I think Toto Baldwin.
right,
we saw Coach Davis jump the table.
Coach Davis, you're going to hurt yourself.
I think he's got the right answer, though. Toto Baldwin says University of Tennessee Chattanooga, and that is the correct answer.
Congratulations, Toto. Look at Columbia Central working on the sweep.
Yes.
Columbia Central working on the sweep tonight. Okay, we got 2 more.
All right, here we go.
2 more questions.
All right. Question number 2. 5 major college football teams have fired their head coaches this season. Name one team that has fired their coach.
One team that's fired their coach this season.
LSU, Jamari Hall. It looks looking like a sweep right now.
It's looking like a Columbia sweep.
We've got one more. We've got one more question.
Got one more.
All right.
You got to come up.
And you got to know your history to get this one right. All right. Since it's playoff time, next week will be the playoffs. I need someone to tell me, when was the last time every Murray County Public Schools team made the playoffs?
What year was the last time that every Murray County Public High School made the playoffs?
Coach Davis is back.
Year?
He's coming back.
Coach Davis.
I think he's coming. I think he's coming back. He's thinking. It's been a long time. The last time all 4 teams made the playoffs.
All 4 teams made the playoffs.
It was 3 at the time because Battle Creek didn't exist. But when was the last time
it was 3 at the time.
Yeah.
You got to give us a year. That's all we need.
What year?
Is the correct year. And
the
you got to
correct
come
year.
up here, come all the way up front here. And
the correct year.
See,
2009 is the correct answer. And 2009 is the correct answer. We've got a swag bag.
What is your name? Matt Dooman? Matt Newman, everybody, 2009. Let's give Matt a hand. Congratulations. Matt, wave at the camera.
Wave at the camera.
Wave at the camera. Okay,
and we've got some context for that as well, just for the people that were wondering. 2009, 2010 is when Columbia Central won the state championship. That season, Mount Pleasant finished 5-5 in the regular season, and they lost in the first round of the playoffs. Spring Hill made the playoffs, hosted a playoff game. That was the last time Spring Hill hosted a playoff game. They won that playoff game, and they lost in the second round.
Okay.
So,
well, there you have it.
There you go.
All right. I guess we're done for
I think that's a wrap, Drake.
Yeah.
Hey,
thank everybody here that came to see us at Puckett's Restaurant Grocery. We really appreciate that. We love the support. Thanks for the coaches that came in, their players, assistant coaches. This has been the Maury County Public School Sports Zone Home Cook Coaches Show by Puckett's, powered by CPWS Internet from downtown Columbia. He's Landon. I'm Drake. We wish you all a great night. And go Maury County Public School teams tomorrow night and Friday night. And we'll talk to you hopefully next week.